today for math, we'll be doing Worktext page 7 and 8, and then because we do not have homework in math, we also wanted to do math reviews, page 5 and 6. That one you will do on your own, but we're going to work together, and I do not want you doing it on your own. Last time, whenever I told you guys that, some of you were still working on your own, I could tell because you didn't have the right answers. All right, so we're going to do this together. So we're going to do today what is called the associative property of addition, okay? So what that means is you can change the order of the add-ins and you're going to still end up with the same sum, all right? Change the order of the add-ins and you still end up with the same sum. So let's read on your papers, what does it say the associative property is? Oh, it doesn't say, I'm sorry, I thought it did. All right. So let's just go ahead and look at number 1. Number 1 says 7 plus 3 plus 4. Now, did you notice that the 7 plus 3 is in parentheses?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to do what's in parentheses first. Now, for number 1, they actually draw an arrow to go down. Normally, they're not going to do that. So underneath 7 plus 3, what is 7 plus 3? 10. Those are two numbers that add to 10. That was the property we used for that. So put a 10 underneath that. Alright? So now, we got 7 plus 3 plus 4 equals something. So 10 plus 4 is easy, because 10 plus anything is easy. What's 10 plus 4?
14.
14, because this 0 gets replaced with the 4. So it is 14. This is 0, 4 and 0 is 4 still. And so that's 14. Now, if you go right below that, you see 7 plus 3 plus 4 again. But this time, the 3 plus 4 is in parentheses. So what is 3 plus 4? 7. So you're going to write that below. Now you end up with the problem 7 plus 7. 14. That's a double, isn't it? So that's one of the ones you know. So guess what? You still end up with the same sum because you were still adding the same numbers. You just did it in a different order. But you still ended up with the same sum of 14. All right, now in this next section, we're still going to do the same thing, but they're not drawing an arrow telling you to do it below it. So what did I make you do the other day? Who remembers, Ben?
You draw like this little 10 on it.
Yeah, you do it above it. And it may not be 10, because in this first problem it's 8 plus 1. What's 8 plus 1?
9.
9. So you're going to draw a little tiny 9 right above that parentheses. We did that first. All right, and then we're going to say 9 plus 2, so that's counting on by 2s. What comes next? 11, very good. Now for the next problem, what's in parentheses?
1 and 2.
The 1 and the 2, so what's 1 plus 2?
3.
So above that 1 plus 2 in parentheses, you're going to put a little tiny 3. Now what's 8 plus 3 more?
11.
11. Now, if you do not have these on your paper when I grade it, I'm going to know you were not paying attention. Or you were working ahead. All right, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is 5 plus 3 plus 7. We start out with a 3 plus 7 in parentheses. Let's do that first.
10.
10, very good. Olivia, I need you to let some other people answer, okay? All right, then we go 10 plus the 5 that we already have. What is that? 15. Very good, guys. I want all of you answering. I do not want just some people answering. All right, now, same problem, 5 plus 3 plus 7, but this time the 5 plus 3 is in parentheses. What's 5 plus 3? 8. So put an 8. We're just going to flirt. I'm not going to call hands. And then 8 plus 7 is like a near double, because 7 plus 7 is?
14.
So 8 plus 7 is going to be?
15.
Are you keeping up with me? Okay. Last problem of like this on the front, 6 plus 1?
7.
7, so put a 7. That's what's in parentheses. 6 plus 1 was 4, but 6 plus 1 is parentheses. Now we're going to say 7 plus 4 more.
11.
11. No, it is 11. 7 plus 3. Remember, 7 and 3 are the 10. All right. And then 6 plus 1 plus 4, but this time the 1 plus 4 is in parentheses, so what is 1 plus 4?
5.
5. Alright. And then adding 6 plus 5 is the near double. 5 plus 5 is?
11.
section is not on the board, but we're gonna do it together. Alright, do you guys see how they have taken two numbers and, put them together with a little bubble beside it? So we're still gonna do those two numbers first. So the first two they're saying to add together are 9 plus 1. Say the numbers, and 9 plus 1 is 10. So you're gonna put 10 in that little bubble. Alright, and then you're gonna say 10 plus that other number is still there. What is it?
4.
4. So that's gonna be?
14.
And that goes at the bottom. Guys, when you have a problem that goes down like that, let me show you that. 'Cause I had somebody that's doing this not right. So if you have 9, 1, and 4 like this, and they're telling you to add these two together, which would make 10. Do you need to put an equal sign like this here?
No.
No, don't put that, because guess what, this thing right here, that means equal, so you don't need that, you just need to put the answer, 14. Don't put an equal sign here. This thing actually means equals. When you have the addition problem going up and down like this is your equal sign. When it's going across like this, that's your equal sign. When it's going down like this is your equal sign. Okay, so you don't need to go back and put one of these right here. Alright, so don't do that anymore. Alright, the next problem, this time it's the same problem, 9 plus 1 plus 4, but this time they want you to add the 1 plus 4 first.
5.
5, so put a 5 in the bubble, and then 9 plus 5 is?
14.
14, very good. Alright, moving on to the next one, it shows you 6 plus 6 plus 4. They want you to add 6 plus 6 first.
12.
12, double, double.
It's double.
Yep, that's your double, very good. And then 12 plus 4 more,
16.
16. Which you can use the concept of counting on by 2, sort of, as long as you remember that teen is still there. Because 2 plus 4 is 6, so 12 plus 4 is going to be 16, right? Alright, and then the next one is 6 plus 6 plus 4, but this time they want you to add the 6 plus 4 first.
10.
10. That's one of the two numbers to add to 10. 6 and 4 add to 10. Then you need to go back and add the 6 that was at the top. So 6 plus that 10 is 16. So again, that's associative property of addition. It didn't matter which order we added them up, they were still the same sum. Alright, when you get to this next section, they are telling you to circle the two numbers that make 10 first. Now this time you are actually adding 4 numbers total, but you are going to circle the two numbers that add up to 10. So in that first problem, 6, 3, 4, and 2, what two numbers add to 10?
6 and 4.
The 6 and 4. So add those, circle those. Circle the 6 and 4, so that's 10, and then you're going to add 3
And 2.
and 2. Adding 3 to 10 is?
5.
Okay, so 3 and 2 is 5. Don't circle them though, because they don't add up to 10. So 10 plus 5 would be what?
15.
15. Very good. All right, in the second problem. 4, 5, 7, and 3. What adds up to 10?
7 and 3.
7 and 3. So circle the 7 and 3. So there's your 10. 4 and 5 is what?
9.
And 9 and 10 would be?
19.
19. 7 and 3 were the two numbers that added to 10. 4 and 5 is 9. 10 and 9 is 19. Very good. Next we have 9, 4, 1, and 4 again. These two numbers add to 9, add to 10.
9 and 1.
The 9 and the 1. Then that leaves you with the 4 and the 4. What's 4 plus 4?
8.
So 10 and 8?
18.
18. Very good. Alright, the next one is 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6. What two numbers add up to 10?
5 and 5.
5 and 5. 5 and 5 are 10, and that leaves you with a 3 and a 6. What would 3 plus 6 be? 9. 10 plus 9?
19.
19. Excellent.
What was the last one?
You need to keep with me. You need to get on to the next one.
I'm just trying to double check.
Alright, it was supposed to be 18.
Okay, I got that right then.
Okay.
Just double checking.
Actually, it was not supposed to be 18. Yes, it was. I'm sorry. I put the wrong one. Because you were talking about number 9, right? Number 9 is 18. You good?
Yeah, I was just double checking.
Okay, let's do the next one in that row, the last one in that row. 1, 2, 6, and 8. What two numbers add to 10?
2 and 8.
2 and 8, very good. 10. 1 plus 6 is?
7.
So 7 plus 10?
17.
17, very good. Turn your paper over. All right, on the next side, you're still gonna write a little tiny number above the parentheses part, okay? So the first thing is 9 plus 1 plus 6. What's 9 plus 1?
10.
So put a little 10 above that. Put a little 10 above the parentheses. And 10 plus 6? 16. Okay, Maya, we are on the back of the paper. Are you on the back of the paper?
No, I'm not.
Well, you need to get to the back of the paper. You'll have to go back and finish that later. I don't know what happened, but you got daydreaming or something and got behind. The 9 plus 1 is 10, and then adding to that the 6. Let's moving on to number 2. It's going down. We are going down because the other side is different thing to do, okay? So 5 plus 3 plus 6. Start with the 3 plus 6. What is
9.
it? 9. Very good. So put a little 9 above it. And then go back and get the 5. 9 plus 5.
14.
14. All right, the next is 3 plus 4 plus 5. What's 4 plus 5?
9.
9. Very good. Go back and add the 3 to that. 12. Thank you. Some of you are not even trying to think of the answer, and you need to do that. So you're going to be having to think of the answer when you do the next paper because you're on your own. I should hear a lot more people answering than I am. All right, next we have 6 plus 1 plus 8. Doing the 6 plus 1 first?
7.
7. Put a little 7 above it.
15.
7 plus 8. Wait till I say it.
15.
7 plus 8 is?
15.
That is a near double. 7 plus 7 is 14, so 7 plus 8 would be 15. Now, on this next one, I'm going to let you do it on your own for one reason. You get to choose which two numbers to put the parentheses around. So you can put your parentheses around the first two numbers, which means you're going to add them first, or you can put your parentheses around the second two numbers and add them first. So for the rest of the paper, I'm going to make sure you know the directions, but then